Well, hello. How are you? As you probably know, I am Amy of AimeeRaupp.com, but it is good to see you guys. I was just here live with you last night. If you missed that live with Dr. Murphy about other tips and tools on how to rejuvenate your, I highly recommend you go back and check that out. It's incredible. Um, and today we are kicking off something really new, and we are super psyched about it. And I want to just adjust the title on Facebook because I put it in twice for some reason. It is going to be the first of hopefully many book club Facebook Lives. I am going to do a Facebook Live book club-ish thing basically the last Thursday of every month. And so we're going to go through all of my books. We're going to start with this baby, which everybody seems to love. Oh, yeah, you guys are cute. Good to see you. Love your glasses. I my Baxter blue light glasses. I really love them. They're really nice. They're like heavy feeling and they feel good. They're just sturdy and easy to clean. My other blue light glasses are harder to clean and they have less of a glare, which I like. So anyway, so today is the first ever book club, which we asked you guys what you wanted at the end of the year, the end of 2020, and we surveyed you and you said so. No one stress if you don't have a copy of Yes, You Can Get Pregnant. Today we're just going to go over the preface and the introduction, and really hoping that you guys came with some questions as well, because what I think we asked of you on Instagram, and bad on me, I didn't really look at any of the questions if you necessarily posted them in the comments, which we could figure that out. But wanted to have you come with questions today of things that you can do to naturally improve your fertility now into your 40s, which is what this book promises. And like I said, this is going to be a once a month thing where we're going to just basically cover a chapter a month. And so you guys can get more and more familiar with what each of my books has to offer. I'm currently working on what will be I don't even know, my fifth book, because the Yes, You Can Get Pregnant cookbook was a I wrote called the Egg Quality Diet. And so hopefully by the time I finish this, the Egg Quality Diet will be out. So then I'll do that one next. And then we'll get into Body Belief. And then we'll get into my first book, Chill Out and Get Healthy, at some point. The demand seems to be the biggest for this book lately. So this is what we're going to start to cover. And again, if you don't have a copy of Yes, You Can Get Pregnant yet, you can head over to my website and just under books, you can order it through there. You can also go to aimeeraupp.com/order pregnancy book. And your assignment is going to be, so I'm going to give you an assignment at the end of each of our book clubs. Again, it's going to be the last Thursday of every month. We're going to go through this book first. And your assignment will be to basically read the chapter that we're going to be covering next time. So the assignment at the end of today is going to be to read chapter 1 in Yes, You Can Get Pregnant, and then come with questions next time. There's also a lot of goodies that come with this book. There's a resources page that I created for this book that's mentioned throughout this book. You guys can also go to that too. I highly recommend you get your own copy of the book, either on, reader version, like Kindle version, or there is no voice version. There's no Audible, unfortunately. There should be. So if anybody wants to give me an Audible book deal to do Yes, You Can Get Pregnant, I'm up for it. But there's the print copy, and then there's the digital copy. So, but you can go to yesicangetpregnant.com for a bunch of extra resources that actually go with this book as well. So to keep that in mind, and then just DM us for any links where to buy the book. Instagram and Facebook will post the links, and yesicangetpregnant.com is the website that goes along with this baby, and it has lots of additional resources. So let's see. No questions from the post comments. We told them to bring them to the live so they aren't missing anything. Okay, great. Thank you. I couldn't remember if that was my homework. I get little homework assignments from Beth before I go live every week of what I'm covering. And so I couldn't remember if I screwed up or not, that I was supposed to read through questions. But so you guys can have questions or not. And if you who's read Yes You Can Get Pregnant? Have you guys read Yes You Can Get Pregnant? Can I get like a show of hands or some hearts or waves or I don't know, whatever you got? Who has read Yes You Can Get Pregnant? The resources for the book. So nobody's really commenting over here on Facebook. Okay, you can give me a thumbs up. Lemmy just gave me a thumbs up. Let's see. Well, even if you've read it, maybe it's time for a little refresher. It's a good refresher for me too, because I wrote this book in 2013. So it came out in 2014. So that means I wrote it about a year prior. And I'm going to start with this introduction right here, which is, so my dad passed away right before I started writing this book. He died in 2010, so a couple years prior. And he was oh my God, a poet and a musician as well as an engineer. And he always wrote beautiful poems for me. And I thought it would be a nice honor to him to actually publish one of his poems in one of my books. So this is a poem he wrote about me. Tenacity never killed the cat. In fact, it made him fat, not in girth, but in self-worth. Keep on dreaming, keep on trying, keep on going till you find it. To squeaky wheels on endless tracks, to college kids in baseball caps, to you, to prove that we still have tenacity and happy cats. And it makes me emotional because I love my daddy and that he was so dedicated to me in so many beautiful ways. But I also share it to you guys because I think if there's one thing I can say about this process and, you know, keep on going, keep on dreaming, keep on going till you find it, right? To be tenacious in this pursuit of this child and to be your own advocate and to, you know, dare I say, not give up. If there's still hope in your heart, then you find the right people to support you on that journey towards that wish fulfilled. And, you know, it is not my place to tell you whether or not this can work for you. It is my place to give you the guidance and support that hopefully help you get there. But if there is a hope in your heart for this baby, that I want you to trust that all the resources you need, all the support you need, that the universe, God, whoever will provide, and be open to receiving it. And I don't want it to come from this place of you have to effort or try super hard. More that like, oh, that feels right. This feels like the next logical step. That feels like a good idea. You know, this, oh, I like that. Oh, she did that. I'm going to try that. That type of thing. Tenacity. And I guess it's something that I've always had, which is why my dad wrote that poem for me, which is very sweet. I want to get to the bottom of this so I can see. Okay. So if questions or comments come up, you know, and I really mean that you can really, as it pertains to today's conversation, which is what are natural ways that I can improve my fertility now and into my 40s? And I'm going to tell you things like where it's covered in the book. And Luis, I truly believe there is hope in my heart. Even being single, I know my future partner is around the corner and going to go mad. That's it. Just trust. Just trust. Okay, so in the preface, why this book is for you. So, I mean, I start the book with some common questions. Are you worried about getting pregnant? Are you worried that your eggs are all bad? Are you worried, or have you heard from your doctor that over the age of 35, everything goes to pot? You know, good luck. You know, and have you read everything on the internet about improving your fertility and you have nowhere to start? I mean, I think that's usually where I get girls, is they come to me and they are so overwhelmed and there's 18 different diets to follow. And I'm actually writing this out too in my egg quality book where, you know, and I talk about the diet I have mapped out, and Yes, You Can Get Pregnant, which I think is a super important diet and a super important starting point for a lot of women. But I talk about all the different diets out there. Like, you know, I mean, people, I was making like kind of a joke in the book the other day, but remembering that one woman was like, my friend ate pineapple core and rice, and that's all she ate, and she got pregnant, you know, and I chuckled because I was like, well, different things work for different people. I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. It's not the diet I would recommend for really anybody, but hey, you know, God bless her. I'm happy she's pregnant. I'm happy she got her baby. But that you can feel overwhelmed by all the information out there. So who do you go to trust? who can become your resource. And that is what it is my hope that I can be that for you. 17 years of clinical practice. I've written, like I said, 4 books. I've helped thousands of women on their path. This book is, selling like hotcakes these days. Everybody's reading it. Everybody's leaving rave reviews. My practice, my online business just is skyrocketing, and I'm beyond grateful for it. But I'm not bragging. I'm just saying people are coming to me, so often now, me and my team, because I think we do have a really good way to support women on every level, and that's what this book gets into. It's not just diet, and it's not just supplements. It's mental, emotional, it's physical, it's of course nutritional, it's spiritual. It's so spiritual, and this book goes deep into that spiritual component. And that that you can take my advice and really incorporate it into your life, and really, also what I do in this book is and I'm excited for, I think it's chapter 2, understanding your fertile body, because there's so many questions that we get that women just don't understand their body. So this book is literally like the framework of not just how to fix your fertility, but like, how does it work in the first place? How is it supposed to work in the first place? So anyway, why this book is for you. If you are worried and you're overwhelmed and you don't know what to do next and you don't know who to look to for support, this is the book for you. Whether you are single and 37 and want to preserve your fertility because one day you will meet your mate and want to make babies, or you are 38 and just off the pill and want to get your reproductive system in optimal health, or you are 33, coupled and just beginning to think about a baby, 39, currently trying to get pregnant and have been struggling, or 43 and headed into your first round of fertility treatments. This book is for you. This book is for any woman of any reproductive age who wants to improve her fertility, and I should add to that, to preserve her fertility. And it's cool too, actually. I know I'm going to keep jumping around, but doing the research that I've been doing for the egg quality diet, which originally I wasn't going to write that much for this book. It was literally just going to be 100 pages of diet, but like there's just so much more research out there now about preservation of fertility and about antioxidants and anti-inflammatory diets and lifestyles and all these things that we can do to really rejuvenate our fertility. And so but it's really cool to see the current research that's out there. I mean, I have a bunch of windows open right now on my Safari. Protective effect of antioxidants on the pre-maturation aging of mouse oocytes, clinical applications of antioxidants to improve human oocyte mitochondrial function, melatonin as a new drug for improving egg quality, mitochondria, the panacea to improve oocyte quality. These are all recent articles. I mean, this one's 2019, 2020. This one's 2017, antioxidants and the oocyte egg qualities. But, it's just really cool, too, to consider this idea of fertility preservation. So for any of you that are just looking to manage hormones and then also know that one day you want to have children, right? Not even just in the throes of it. This is a good book for you. Well, yes, you can get pregnant. We'll take you on an uplifting tour of your baby-making machinery, your female reproductive system, including your uterus, ovaries, fallopian tubes, and cervix. We will cover topics from eating for optimal egg quality to what environmental toxins you need to avoid, from orgasms to follicle-stimulating hormone, from endometriosis to emotional breakdowns, from miscarriages to bed rest, from a great sex life to a forced honey, I'm ovulating now sex life. We'll get into the emotional aspect of infertility and shift your focus from infertility back to fertility. That's probably my favorite part of the book. Empowering you and shifting your focus away from you're focused right now on what's not working, and I want to get you to focus on what is working. That is like literally, to me, the most important piece of this journey. To be tenacious in understanding what is working in your body and how to get it to work better. To be tenacious in the understanding that fertility is a function, an extension of your health. And your health is mental, it's emotional, it's physical, it's environmental, it's all of these things. It is not just about your FSH and how many eggs are in your ovaries, okay? Ah. Um, with my clinical expertise and my Eastern and Western medical knowledge, combined with the most recent scientific research and some valuable insight from doctors specializing in reproductive medicine, you will get your health and your fertility on track. The fertility rejuvenation protocol laid out in Yes You Can Get Pregnant is a lifestyle plan that is easy to follow, will make you feel and look better, improve your overall health, and markedly enhance your fertility. It's a very practical book. And then I say, which is important to remain and to speak here, keep in mind the information in this book is not medical advice. It's not a substitute for medical care. I encourage you to work with a team of healthcare providers, both Western and Eastern, with this approach, and you will find the best solutions for you and your fertility. So let's see. Anybody got any questions so far? My blue light glasses. Corey, I've read it. I have 2 copies. Bonnie Jean, I love you. And that is so beautiful. Oh, you're great. I just finished the book and look forward to working with Aimee. Oh, Jenny, you're in our group. We were just talking about you today. Thank you. You're in our next group coaching that starts on Monday, which I'm excited about. Okay, so we'll go through the introduction and then I'm going to wrap up. Not super long, but there is a nice story that I don't want to just like read you the book in book club, but I do want to like highlight the things that light me up about the book. I did write it and it's been a while. Sarah walked into my office for her weekly acupuncture appointment looking worn out and pale from her most recent miscarriage. As she entered, tears welled up in her eyes. I met her at the door with a hug. Aimee, this is pre-COVID times when I used to be able to hug my patients. Aimee, this sucks, she said as she sat down on the treatment table. Nodding in agreement, I said, it does. What did your doctor say? Sighing, she said, he still thinks we have some time to decide on next steps. Do you think we should go straight to IVF? She will be 37 in 4 months. She just got married a year ago and has become pregnant twice since the wedding. She lost both pregnancies at 9 weeks. It's been a rough year for her and her husband. She came to me as a new patient after her first miscarriage. The tissue sample from the D&C did not reveal anything significant as to why she had miscarried. After her second miscarriage, the D&C showed a genetic abnormality. How are you recovering from this D&C? I've been bleeding on and off for the last 2 weeks. The cramping the first 2 days was intense. All looked fine when my doctor did the ultrasound yesterday. Today I saw some egg whitish mucus. Do you think I'm ovulating? Should we be trying? So this is like my day. When I'm in the clinic, when I'm coaching, this is literally like, these are the conversations I have. And I said, I think you should wait until you get another period, as your uterus and your heart are not yet recovered from this last miscarriage. She took a deep breath. Yeah, my heart is definitely broken right now. Seth is really sad too. He keeps reminding me that no matter what, we are just so lucky to have each other. I just keep thinking about that time that we got pregnant when we were first dating. So fast forward to this woman not only went on to, the next time she got pregnant, she carried a healthy baby boy to term. And then a couple years later, she did IVF, got pregnant with twins. So now they got 3 babies. And I don't hear from her anymore because she's really fucking busy. So she says to me at one point in this conversation, I'm obviously infertile. And that's like why I wanted to start the book that way. Because it's like, well, no, I mean, to me, it's the total opposite. You're obviously very fertile. You got pregnant twice in a 9-month period. That's a very fertile woman. Now we got to figure out why the frick you're miscarrying, right? Two very different things, but also starting to see these beliefs that are forming. And that's a lot of what I do in Yes You Can Get Pregnant, is help you unpack, rewire. Obviously, I get into that even more in body belief, but this conversation, like, obviously I'm infertile. No, fertility is not a switch that's on or off. You're on a spectrum right now. Yes, something's not working. We have to figure that out, but we can. You're not infertile. Infertile means barren. It means you're broken. It means it's not going to ever happen. And that's just not been the case in my clinical experience. And I'm going on almost 20 years. So, I mean, I think I have a really good amount of clinical experience. So I said, whoa, infertile, Sarah, you just had 2 miscarriages back to back. I know that's not what you wanted, but the truth is you are fertile and you can get pregnant. In the world of fertility, the fact that you can get pregnant is huge. What is most important is that you remain fertility focused, not infertility focused. Whether you decide to continue trying naturally or do IVF, you first need to have the belief in your body and its ability to get pregnant and carry a pregnancy to term. I've seen this situation before, but I can't stress the importance enough that you let go of this belief that you're infertile. So rather than something being wrong, we shift our focus to something being right. So, I get into this whole conversation with her. And then I talk about another patient, Mindy, a 33-year-old. I'm trying to like place these people too, because this is like literally how many years ago at this point? A 33-year-old pediatric nurse whom I see twice a month. She's been a patient of mine for 3 years. She first started seeing me for migraines. Over the years, we worked through bouts of anxiety attacks, cystic acne, insomnia, and near divorce. Oh, I remember this one. She also went on to have 2 children, and naturally. She still haven't gotten my period. I took a pregnancy test this morning. It was negative. I called the fertility center to make an appointment. I can't take this anymore. I've been trying for 9 months and I'm not pregnant. And I said, so this is another really important thing, and what I say to her. I'm coming from a loving place when I say this. As your nurse, and I know you know the basics of reproduction just as well as I do, you know that you can't count the months. You need to count the menstrual cycles. Since you went off the pill 9 months ago, you have had 6 months without a period, and it was only the last 2 months when you had what seemed to be a normal period. Those first 6 months don't count as you weren't menstruating. And this is even if you're menstruating, but I always encourage women, let's go back and let's really count. How many months have you really been trying? Because you can get lost in this story. I've been at this for a year. Look at how infertile I am, a whole year. And then I'll be like, but so tell me about that year. Oh, well, yeah. So there was like 3 months where we didn't try because he was traveling. And then there was this month where my period was wonky. And then, yeah, we were at my mom's for Thanksgiving. And so I was ovulating then. And then, so basically, okay, so you tried 6 months, 7 months out of the year. Oh, right. Okay, so can we change that story a little bit too? Like, what is real versus what is the story you're telling yourself? And to not get so lost in your story of how broken you are and rather start to shift. Okay, yes, you've still been trying and you want this baby and you've wanted this baby for a year and that sucks. So I agree. Call that out. That sucks. You've wanted this baby for a year, hasn't happened yet. That sucks. But let's be honest with ourselves. In this case, this girl wasn't even menstruating, and I love her to pieces, and don't have much of a relationship with her anymore, but I would see her very regularly for a very long time, and I don't think she lives in the city anymore. But she wasn't menstruating. I mean, we can't call that trying. You really can't get pregnant if you don't have a regular cycle, right? If you're not regularly menstruating, that's very hard. So you got to find ovulation, but. Anyway, so I remind her of the science, which she knows. She's a nurse, but it's all good for you guys to hear too. The science shows it can take 6 to 9 months to restore a normal ovulatory cycle after going off the pill. 6 months after you went off the pill, you got your first period. This is a good sign. She's frustrated, right? So all of you guys can relate to that frustration. And if I don't say it in here, I'm going to say it now. You got to vent that frustration. You can't keep that in. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for anybody. So then I go on to talk about day in, day out. I see scores of different versions of both of these stories in my clinic. I see women who are over the moon happy they are pregnant, women who are vomiting every day with morning sickness, women who are obsessively tracking their ovulation, women who have just delivered their beautiful baby after 2 years of trying, women who no longer enjoy nor want sex because each time they have it, they wonder, is this the month I'm going to get pregnant? I see women who are scared to become mothers, women who are aching to become mothers, women who have just undergone their first, second, third IVF, and women considering adoption, donor eggs, or donor sperm. I've worked with women who've lost babies at 20 weeks. That sucks. It's the hardest, suckiest, bullshitty thing in the fucking universe. Miscarriage sucks. I mean, just plain and simple. The longer you are pregnant, the later you miscarried, even more sucky. Women who are on bed rest for the last half of their pregnancies, women with rare genetic disorders who had to terminate their pregnancies after almost 10 years. So now I got like 10 years on this book. It's not crazy. Of fertility patients, I've seen it all. No matter what situation I see, my job is the same. I'm here to help you believe in your body and your fertility again. Yes, I'm also here to give you advice that will help you get pregnant, remain pregnant to term, have a smooth and easy delivery, and keep you sane through it all. However, first and foremost, I'm here to bring your focus away from infertility back to fertility. Um, and then I like to get into, you know, some of this is about the mindset again, right? And so what I see as well is not just these things that are not working properly from a physiological perspective, but then where the layers of the trauma are coming in, right? Where the layers of like the heartache and the frustration are coming in, and how they're really impacting things now. I was just in my private group for my e-course, and I do my office hours every week there. And a couple of the girls were like, I'm doing the diet, I'm doing the supplements, I got all the things. I just had like a horrible period, but I'm so stressed at work, and like I'm barely sleeping. And do you think it's the diet? And I'm like, no, I think it's the stress. I mean, stress really impacts us. And stress is such a vague term, but like if you are constantly in fight or flight all day long, and then you're not sleeping because you're so stressed about your new job, shit ain't gonna work. I don't care what you eat. It's not gonna work. We gotta get that mindset, that mental, emotional. Or if you're so stressed about when am I gonna have, like, not even my first baby, when am I gonna get my second baby? And you're already thinking about baby number 2, and you're still trying for baby number 1, but you're so stressed. And then that came up in the group today too, of like worried if I only get to have one child, and then my child's gonna be lonely, doesn't have any siblings. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, I love all of these girls and all of these thoughts and all of these worries, and I can go there too at times, but we are so far ahead of ourselves, and we are worrying about things that are way out of our control. Like, let's bring it back home. Let's bring it back home. And I think we do that. I think we overthink to get ourselves out of our body because we don't want to feel the actual real pain. And that is a big part of what I teach. The big part of what I talk about in the book is like getting back in, feeling all the feels, and shifting the story. So I plant the mental seed, which becomes the mantra throughout the book. You have the power to change your health and improve your fertility. From this moment forward, I'm going to ask you to stop believing in the inability, the incapability, the inconceivability, or the infertility of your body. Instead, I want you to believe in the capabilities, the abilities, and the fertile possibilities of your body. That's a great quote, Beth. I love that quote for a Instagram post. It's a great quote. I did write the book, but I did have a really good editor too. Say to yourself right now, I have the power to change my health and improve my fertility. Everyone, I have the power to change my health and improve my fertility. And for some of you, it's actually, I have changed my health, I have improved my fertility, and now I get to fucking cruise. And I welcome baby whenever she or he is ready, because I am doing the things, and I am showing up for myself, and I am proud of myself. And now I create this beautiful, hospitable palace, and I surrender. And surrender is not giving up, it is giving over, as Gabby Bernstein says. So then I go into a little bit about me and what I've done. If you guys don't know about me, you can go to my website and read my bio. But before I became an acupuncturist and herbalist, I was going to become a medical doctor, and I did some training in that department for a while. So what you're going to learn how to do in this book, you're going to get your reproductive system, specifically your uterus, known as your child's palace, in the most fertile shape possible. You're going to get your premenstrual symptoms and other hormonally related issues such as migraines, raging emotions, acne, breast tenderness, bloating, vicious menstrual cycles, cramps, irregular periods, and ovulation under control. You're going to learn to eat optimally for exceptional health and fertility. You're going to boost your immune system to manage any potentially undiagnosed autoimmune conditions, such as autoimmune thyroid disease and celiac disease, both of which can pose serious threats to your health and your fertility. And that right there, that bullet right there, is the basis of the book that follows, which is Body Belief. And it's also the basis of what I'm covering in the Egg Quality Diet book. Because I learned more after writing this, that like what I do in this book works for so many people. And again, great starting point, but there can be further tweaks that we can make. You're going to learn to eliminate the harmful toxins in your life that have been scientifically proven to harm your fertility. You're going to get back to a place of believing in your power to improve your health, your fertility, and encourage you to let go of the worrisome burdens you are putting on your body and your fertility. And most importantly, I will guide you on how to put all of this together into a simple health and fertility enhancing lifestyle overhaul that you can feel good about. So again, I talk about the power, and I like this part too. Of I believe your uterus wants to do its job. I believe your uterus wants to do its job. I believe in the fertility in all of you. I believe in your ability to improve your health and your fertility. I am not denying that some women have real fertility issues and are having a harder time getting pregnant than others. I am aware that there are age-related fertility challenges that some women are facing. I am positive that the emotional stress and physical stress that we are experiencing, certain foods we are eating, and the toxins in our environment that we are exposed to are hurting our health and our fertility. This book is full of pertinent information that will help you work out those tangible kinks. But before we go any further, I need you to believe in your fertility more than you don't believe in it. Otherwise, my ability to help you is hindered. So take that in, right? If you believe something is good for you, it's going to be a lot better for you than if you believe something is bad for you and you do it. And so to think about that too, of I want you to receive me from this place of I do believe I can maximize my fertility. I do believe in this possibility. I do actually believe there's still hope for me. That's the best way you can receive this book and really any of my teachings, because if you just come from this place of, no, but I'm broken. I want to show you how broken I am. I'm broken, and this is not fixable. And so, oh, I've tried that. I've done that. I did the CoQ10 and I've eaten bone broth. Doesn't work. I've done it. No. You see, I've done it all and it still doesn't work. You see, because I'm broken. That is not a place of receiving. That is a place of you're angry, you're hostile, you have every right to be. But that we gotta open that up. We gotta unpack that. You're pissed off. You're mad. I want you to work on resolving that. So that the best way to resolve it is to express it. Write letters to yourself, to your body, to your doctors, to whatever, to your bone broth. I am mad that this isn't working for me. We got to get that out so we can get you back into receiving mode. And that's the thing. And even if you're just there, I don't know, half the time, that's still receiving, right? So this isn't about perfection, and I can't stress that enough. We are not robots. We are humans. We are not seeking perfection. And I think some of my rules can be taken very, very, very dogmatically, and women run to it. Aimee said, I need a BMI of a 20. That's it. Oh, I gotta get a BMI of a 20. No, plus or minus. Like, we're all human. We're not robots. Aimee said I could only do one of these things a week. Sure, I have to lay a framework because thousands and thousands of people read this book, but we also have to understand we're human and we're allowed to be imperfect, and perfection is not what's going to make us pregnant, and in fact, I think a lot of times we have to soften that perfectionism quality. But I do want you to believe in your fertility more than you don't, or at least acknowledge that you're here, so you must actually have hope. You must. Just that basic decision to hang out, listen to me ramble about a book you probably already read. Just acknowledge that right now. And if you take that second right now, just say to yourself, I must still have some hope because I am here. I must still have some hope because I am here. I must believe in the possibility because I am here. Okay. It is my hope that this book not only will give you valuable information, but will also inspire you to return to having faith in your body, your fertility, and your uterus. Working on freeing yourself from the emotional burden is just as important as deciding to follow the diet in this book. When you work on both the emotional and the physical aspects together, your power over improving your health and your fertility will be immense. I'm officially telling you, you have the power to improve your health and your fertility. It is in your hands. Yes. So good. Good introduction. I forgot about this, all these things. I haven't read this book probably cover to cover in a long time. So your assignment for next month, because this book club will resume the last Thursday of the month in February, is to read chapter 1 and come with questions, okay? this was fun. Thank you. Thank you guys for encouraging me to do this because this wasn't really on my radar. You guys told me you wanted a book club. So in my head, I'm like, why would they want me to talk about my books? Haven't they already read my books? I mean, what? I'm learning as I go on with this that redundancy really does work for a lot of people. So, okay, I don't see any questions on the IG. Surrender is not giving up, it's giving over. This is everything. Yeah, that's Gabby Bernstein. I guess I should reread. I know, right, Nicole? Just finished the book. You guys are sweet. Jenny Benzie, believe in your fertility more than you don't. That's it. Let me just see the IG. Thank you, Amy. What is the name of the book? Oh, Cindy. Well, hello, Cindy. Yes, you can get pregnant. Just go to my website, aimeeraupp.com, go to books. It's right there. Or DM me. Got it. Thank you. The book is called Yes, You Can Get Pregnant. Oh, okay. Here we go. Sorry, I missed. Which book is this? Oh, I rock. You guys are cute. All right. That's what I love about you. You tell it like it is. No sugarcoating. Very difficult for some fertility patients to receive, but it doesn't change the facts. Oh, thank you. Acupuncture Joe. Love you too. All right, guys. I'm going to go because I have to eat and then I have to go live in my Yes Mindset group, which is we're in week 3 and I'm super psyched. And so for those of you in that group, I'll see you in about a half hour. I'm going to come in at 1 o'clock instead of 12:45 because I got to eat. All right. Love you guys. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you.